Welcome to my channel, my friends. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like your life is passing by too fast and you are not using it the way you should? Have you ever looked at the clock or the calendar and suddenly realized that days, months, even years have gone by, but you are still standing in the same place? Many people waste their time, their dreams, and even their happiness. They throw their life away without even knowing it. They don't notice it at first, but little by little, the hours are lost, the days are gone, and one day they look back and see an empty path. But I want to tell you something important. Your life is not just a number of days. Your life is a gift, and it is in your hands. Think about it for a moment. Every morning you wake up, you are given another chance. Another chance to do something meaningful. Another chance to learn. Another chance to love. But many people forget this simple truth. They wake up, pick up their phone, waste hours, and at the end of the day, they feel tired but empty. This is what it means to throw life away, not in one big mistake, but in small, careless choices every single day. The good news is, you don't have to live like that. You can choose to use your time, your energy, and your heart in a better way. And that is why I made this video. Today we are going to learn, step by step, how not to throw your life away. Each chapter of this video will give you something new, something powerful, and something simple that you can use right away. Stay with me until the end, because you will see your life in a new light. You will discover the keys to live with meaning, purpose, and strength. This is not just an English lesson, my friends. It is a life lesson. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The gift of life. Life is short, my friends. It may not feel like it when you are young, but every day is passing quickly, and once it is gone, it never comes back. Time is like water flowing in a river. You cannot stop it, and you cannot take it back once it has passed. That is why life is so precious. Every single moment, every single day is a gift. But sadly, many people do not understand this truth. They wake up each morning and live their day without thinking about tomorrow, without thinking about their future, without thinking about what they are doing with their one and only life. Think about this carefully. When you waste your money, you can earn it again. When you lose your belongings, you can buy them again. But when you waste your time, it is gone forever. You cannot buy it, you cannot return it, and you cannot ask for more. Life is like a clock that never stops. Tick, tick, tick. The seconds are moving forward. You may not notice it while watching TV, scrolling on your phone, or lying in bed all day, but the truth is, every wasted second is part of your life that you will never see again. Many people live like this without realizing the value of their life. They believe they have endless time. They say to themselves, I will start tomorrow, or one day I will follow my dream. But tomorrow never comes. And one day, they look back and ask themselves, where did my life go? This is the pain of regret, and it is one of the saddest feelings a human being can experience. Let me tell you a short story to show you what I mean. There was a man who always wanted to learn English. He dreamed of traveling to another country, finding better work, and living with confidence. But every day, he delayed his dream. One day he said, I am too tired today. I will study tomorrow. Another day he said, I am too busy. I will start next week. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years, and slowly, he became older. When he finally looked back, he realized 10 years had passed, and he was still in the same place. He regretted it deeply. He wasted not just his time, but his dream, his chance, and a big part of his life. This story is not just about learning English. It is about everything in life. Maybe you want to improve your health. Maybe you want to build a skill. Maybe you want to spend more time with your family. But if you keep delaying, if you keep waiting, life will pass, and one day it will be too late. That is why it is so important to understand. Your life is valuable. Your life is not something to throw away. It is a gift, and you must take care of it every day. Now, because this video is also for English learners, I want to teach you some simple sentences that you can practice, and they will also remind you of today's lesson. Repeat after me slowly. My life is important. I will not waste my time. My time is precious. I will use my life wisely. Say these sentences aloud. Write them down and keep them in your heart. Because when you say them, you are not just practicing English. You are training your mind to value your life. Remember, my friends, life is not measured by how long you live, but by what you do with the time you are given. Some people live for many years but never use their life well. Others live fewer years but make a big difference. The difference is not in the number of days, but in the value of the days. You must ask yourself, am I living my life with meaning, or am I just letting the days slip away? If you are watching this video right now, that means you want to change, you want to grow, you want to learn. That is already a step in the right direction. Do not let this step disappear. Every day, do something small but valuable. Read a book, learn new words, spend time with family, or take care of your health. Small steps every day become a powerful life. So, my friends, never forget this truth. Life is a gift, and you hold it in your hands. Do not throw it away. Do not waste it on meaningless things. Protect it, value it, and use it well. But now, you may be asking, what does it really mean to waste your life? Is it only about losing time, or is there something deeper? In the next chapter, we will discover together what it truly means to throw life away and how we can avoid it. Stay with me, because the next lesson is even more important. Chapter 2. What it means to throw life away. In the last chapter, we talked about how life is a gift and why it is so precious. But now we must go a little deeper. What does it actually mean to throw your life away? What does it look like in real life? Because many people don't even realize they are doing it until it is too late. Throwing life away does not always mean one big mistake. Most of the time, it means small choices repeated every single day that slowly steal your future. Let me give you some simple examples. Imagine someone who wakes up in the morning, but instead of doing something useful, he spends hours scrolling on his phone, watching videos, or playing games. At the end of the day, he has done nothing for his health, nothing for his future, and nothing for his dreams. That is one way of throwing life away, wasting time on things that bring no value. Another example is laziness. Some people always say, I will do it tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week, and next week becomes next year. Laziness may feel easy in the moment, but it steals your opportunities. Imagine two students. One studies English for just 15 minutes every day. The other keeps saying, I will start tomorrow. After 1 year, the first student knows hundreds of words, can make sentences, and feels more confident. The second student is still stuck at the beginning. The difference is not talent. The difference is that one used his time and the other wasted it. Living without goals is another way people throw their life away. When you don't know where you are going, you will waste your days walking in circles. Life without goals is like a ship in the ocean without a map. It moves here and there, but it never reaches the shore. A person with goals wakes up with energy. They know what they want, and they take small steps toward it. A person without goals wakes up and just lets the day decide for them. Which one do you want to be? Let me share with you a story that shows this in real life. There was a young man who had a dream to become a teacher. He loved helping people, and he wanted to change lives. But instead of focusing on his dream, he fell into bad habits. He spent his nights with the wrong friends, smoking, drinking, and wasting money. He thought he was enjoying life, but slowly, he was losing everything. His health became weak, his studies failed, and his family lost hope in him. Years later, he realized he had destroyed his chance to become the teacher he wanted to be. He regretted it deeply. He said, "I had a dream, but I killed it with my own hands." This is what it means to throw life away, when you let wrong habits take away your future. But now let's make a contrast, because I want you to see both sides clearly. There are people who use their time wisely. They don't have more hours than anyone else. Everyone has 24 hours. But they use those hours for learning, for working, for building their future. They may rest, they may relax, but they never let laziness control them. They wake up with purpose, they take care of their health, and they protect their mind from bad influences. These are the people who grow, who succeed, and who inspire others. Then there are people who waste their time. They say yes to laziness, yes to bad habits, yes to wasting hours. They let life pass by without effort. They look for excuses instead of reasons. They are busy, but busy with useless things. At the end, they regret because they see what they could have done, but it is too late. My friends, which life do you want? The life of growth or the life of regret? Now, because this is also an English lesson, let's practice some simple sentences together. These sentences are not only English practice, but also powerful promises to yourself. I have goals. I will not give up. I use my time wisely. I will not waste my life. Say them aloud. Write them down. Repeat them every day until they become a part of you. When you say them, you are not only speaking English, you are speaking power into your life. So now, my friends, you understand better what it means to throw life away. It is not just about losing hours. It is about losing chances, losing dreams, and losing yourself. But the good news is this: you can choose a different way. You can choose to live with purpose. You can choose to use your time and your energy for things that make you grow. You can choose to live with meaning. Now that you know what it means to throw life away, let's learn how to protect your life and live with purpose. That is what we will talk about in the next chapter. Stay with me. Chapter 3: Building Purpose and Vision. My friends, in the last chapter, we discovered what it really means to throw life away. We saw how laziness, bad habits, and living without goals can slowly steal our future. But now let's talk about the other side, the positive side. What is the opposite of wasting life? It is living with purpose. It is building a vision for yourself and following it step by step. When you have a purpose, every day has meaning. When you have a vision, you know where you are going, and you will not easily lose your way. Think of life like a journey. If you start walking without knowing your destination, you can walk in circles for years and never arrive anywhere. But if you have a vision, like a clear map, you know which road to take. And even if the road is hard, you will keep moving forward. Having a vision is not about being rich or famous. It is about knowing what you want your life to mean. It can be small or big, but it must be clear. Maybe your vision is to speak English fluently. Maybe it is to take care of your family. Maybe it is to become healthier, kinder, or wiser. When you have vision, you stop wasting your days. Because every day becomes a chance to move closer to your goal. But many people make a mistake. They think vision must be something huge, something that changes the whole world. Because of this, they feel small and powerless, and they give up before even starting. But the truth is, vision grows step by step. You don't need to do everything in one day. You need to start small and then stay consistent. Writing small goals every day is the secret to building a strong vision. For example, if your vision is to learn English, don't say, "I will learn everything in 1 week." That will only make you tired and disappointed. Instead, say, "I will learn 5 new words today. Tomorrow, learn 5 more. The next day, practice them in sentences." Step by step, you will see progress. Let me tell you a story to show you how powerful this can be. There was once a student who came from a poor family. He had nothing, no money, no special talent, and not even a good school. But he had one thing, a dream. His dream was to become a doctor so he could help sick people in his village. Everyone around him laughed at him. They said, "You are too poor. You will never make it." At first, he felt small, but then he made a decision. He told himself, "I will try every single day. Even if I am slow, I will not stop." He started with very small goals. He studied for just 1 hour every day. He read books that were difficult, but he did not give up. Some days he failed. Some days he felt hopeless. But every time he fell, he stood up again and whispered to himself, "I can learn. I will try again." Years passed, and slowly he became stronger. Step by step, he reached his vision. At last, he became a doctor. And when he returned to his village, he was not only successful, but he was also respected and loved. Do you see, my friends? He had nothing at the beginning, but he had vision, and he built it with small goals every single day. This story is not just about becoming a doctor. It is about you. Maybe you don't want to be a doctor, but you have your own dream. Maybe your dream is to speak English fluently, to travel, to get a better job, or simply to live with confidence. It doesn't matter how big or small your dream is. What matters is this: are you willing to take small steps every day? If yes, then no one can stop you. Now, because this video is also for English learners, let's practice some motivational lines that will help you in both language and life. Say them slowly after me. I can learn. I will try again. I have a vision. I will follow my dream. When you say these sentences, don't just say them as words. Feel them in your heart. Believe them, because words are powerful, and when you repeat them daily, they shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. Let me give you a simple activity you can start today. Take a notebook. Write at the top, "My vision." Under it, write one sentence about your dream. For example, "My vision is to speak English fluently." Then, every day, write one small goal. It can be learn 5 new words, or speak one sentence aloud, or listen to English for 10 minutes. Do this every day, and after 1 month, look back. You will see that small steps create big change. This is how you stop wasting life and start building it. Remember this: the difference between people who waste their life and people who live with purpose is not in their intelligence, not in their money, and not in their background. The difference is in their vision. One person has no direction, so life passes by without meaning. The other person has a vision, so every day becomes a step on the journey. Which one do you want to be? But having a purpose, having a vision, is only the beginning. It is like having a map. A map can show you where to go, but if you don't walk, you will never arrive. And to keep walking every day, even when you feel tired, even when life is hard, you need one more thing. You need discipline. Now that you understand how to build purpose and vision, let's move to the next step. Because having purpose is not enough. You also need discipline. And that's what we will talk about next. Chapter 4. The Power of Discipline, my friends. Now we come to one of the most important lessons of all. The power of discipline. You see, having a vision and purpose is wonderful. It gives you direction. It shows you the road you want to take. But a vision alone is not enough. Because if you don't take action every day, your vision will only stay in your mind like a dream. To make your vision real, you need discipline. So what is discipline? Let me explain it in very simple words. Discipline means doing the right thing even when you don't feel like it. It means making yourself study, work, or practice even when you are tired, even when you want to relax, even when no one is watching you. Discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your success. Without it, your dreams will remain only dreams. With it, you can make them come true step by step. Let me give you some clear examples. Imagine you want to learn English. If you study for 15 minutes every day, you will improve slowly but surely. Maybe you don't feel like studying one day, but you push yourself, you sit down, and you learn. That is discipline. After 1 year, you will be amazed at how much you have grown. Now imagine you say, I don't feel like studying today. I will do it tomorrow. And tomorrow you say the same thing. Days turn into weeks, and weeks into months. After 1 year, you are still at the same level, maybe even worse, because you lost your habit. That is what happens without discipline. Discipline is not only about studying. It is also about money. If you save a little money every day, even if it's small, after 1 year you will have something. You can use it for your goals, for your family, or for emergencies. But if you spend carelessly every day, after 1 year you will have nothing, and maybe even debt. Which life do you want? The one with security or the one with regret? And let's talk about health. If you respect your health with discipline, you take care of your body. You eat good food. You move your body. You avoid harmful things. At first, it feels small, but over time, your body becomes stronger. You live longer. You feel better, and you have more energy to follow your dreams. Without discipline, people eat badly, sleep late, and harm their bodies. Later, they pay the price with sickness, weakness, and pain. Now, let's make a strong comparison so you can feel the difference between a life with discipline and a life without it. Imagine two young people, the same age, the same background. Both of them want to speak English. The first one decides to be disciplined. Every day, no matter what, he studies for 15 minutes. He practices reading, writing, and speaking. Even when he feels lazy, he reminds himself, I have a vision. I must do this. After 1 year, he can speak simple sentences, understand conversations, and he feels proud of himself. His confidence grows. The second young person has no discipline. He studies only when he feels like it. And most of the time, he says, I will do it tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. After 1 year, he is still at the beginning. His confidence is low, and he feels frustrated. Both had the same dream. Both had the same time. But one used discipline, and the other wasted his life. Which one do you want to be? My friends, this is the power of discipline. It is not about being perfect. It is not about working all day and night. It is about being consistent, doing the small right things every single day. Discipline creates habits, and habits create your future. Now, because this is also an English lesson, let's practice some simple sentences together. Repeat them slowly with me. I wake up early. I practice every day. I am disciplined. I will not give up. These sentences are not just words. They are promises to yourself. Every time you say them, you are building a stronger mind, a stronger heart, and a stronger life. Remember this. Discipline may feel hard in the moment, but it gives you freedom in the future. Without discipline, life feels easy now, but painful later. With discipline, life may feel hard now, but full of joy later. The choice is always in your hands. But here is the truth. Even with vision and discipline, life is not always smooth. Sometimes, life becomes difficult. Sometimes, people face failure, pain, and disappointment. And in those moments, many people give up. The question is, how can we stay strong when life tests us? But sometimes, life becomes difficult and people give up. How can we stay strong? Let's see in the next chapter. Chapter 5. Overcoming struggles, my friends. We have talked about vision and the power of discipline. But now we must face the truth. Life is not always easy. Even if you have a purpose, even if you are disciplined, struggles will come. You will face fear. You will meet failure. And sometimes you will hear negative voices around you. These challenges are part of life. Nobody can escape them. But what makes the difference is how you respond to them. Some people let struggles break them, while others use struggles as fuel to grow stronger. Let us talk first about fear. Fear is one of the biggest reasons why people throw their life away. Fear says, what if I fail? What if I am not good enough? What if people laugh at me? Fear makes people stay in their comfort zone. Fear makes people waste years doing nothing. But the truth is this. Fear is only in your mind. Most of the time, the things you fear will not happen. And even if they do, you can still stand up again. Courage is not about never feeling fear. Courage is about moving forward even when you feel afraid. Now let us talk about failure. Failure is something everyone experiences. No one succeeds on the first try. Think of a baby learning to walk. The baby falls many times. But does the baby say, I cannot do it, I will stop? No. The baby stands up again and again until one day, the baby walks. Failure is not the end. It is the beginning of learning. Failure is a teacher. It shows you what went wrong, so you can do better next time. Many great people failed again and again before they succeeded. The only reason they succeeded was because they did not stop. Let me share with you a story. There was a young woman who wanted to start her own small business. She had no money, only a dream and some ideas. Her first business failed within 3 months. She lost what little money she had. Everyone told her, you should stop. You are not good at this. But she refused to give up. She worked again, tried again, and started a second business. That one failed too. People laughed at her, saying, you are wasting your time. She felt broken, but in her heart, she still had fire. She stood up again, learned from her mistakes, and tried one more time. The third time, slowly, her business grew. And in the end, she became successful. Looking back, she said, if I had stopped after my first failure, I would still be in the same place. Every failure was not the end. It was a step that led me to success. This is the emotional truth we must all remember. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. Every mistake is a lesson. Every fall is an opportunity to rise higher. The only real failure is when you give up. Another struggle in life is negative people. There will always be someone who says, You cannot do it. You are not smart enough. You are not strong enough. Some people laugh at your dreams because they are afraid to chase their own. Others are jealous when you grow. If you listen to these voices, you will stop believing in yourself. That is why you must protect your mind. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, who believe in you, and who inspire you. If you cannot find them, then become your own supporter. Speak kindly to yourself. Remind yourself of your vision, and do not let the words of negative people control your life. Because this is also an English lesson, let us practice some simple affirmations that will help you when you face struggles. Repeat them slowly after me. I am strong. I will not stop. I can rise again. Failure is my teacher. Say these sentences every day, especially when you feel weak. These words will give you strength. They are not just practice for your English. They are practice for your mind and heart. My friends, remember this. Struggles are not signs that you should stop. They are signs that you are moving forward. Every successful person you admire has faced struggles, failures, and negativity. The only difference is they kept going. And so can you. You now know how to protect your life from waste. You know how to face fear, failure, and negative voices. But there is one more thing we must talk about. Because even with vision, discipline, and strength, life without love and kindness is still empty. The last and most important step is learning how to live with love and meaning. That is what we will talk about in the next chapter. Stay with me. Chapter 6. Living with Love and Meaning, my friends. We have now come to the last and most important chapter of this journey. You have learned that life is a gift. You have seen what it means to waste it. You have discovered the power of vision and discipline, and you have faced the truth of struggles. But now we must ask a deeper question. What is real success? Is it money? Is it fame? Is it reaching the top? Many people think so. They chase after money all their lives, but at the end, they feel empty. They gain things, but they lose peace. They gain wealth, but they lose relationships. Real success is not just about money or achievements. Real success is about living with love, kindness, and connection. It is about making your life meaningful, not only for yourself, but also for others. Think about it. When your time in this world comes to an end, will people remember how much money you had in the bank? Will they remember how many cars you owned or how big your house was? No, my friends. People will remember how you made them feel. They will remember your kindness, your love, and your words. They will remember the times you helped them, the times you stood by them, and the times you gave them hope. This is the true meaning of success, leaving love behind. Let me give you a story that will touch your heart. There was a man who was not rich, not famous, and not powerful. He lived a simple life, working hard every day. But he had one special habit. He helped others. Whenever someone was hungry, he shared his food. Whenever someone was sad, he sat with them and listened. Whenever children needed guidance, he encouraged them to study. Over the years, he never became wealthy, but he became loved. When he grew old and weak, the whole community came together to take care of him. People said, "This man gave us kindness all his life. Now it is our turn to give him love." When he passed away, thousands came to his funeral, and people cried not because of what he had, but because of who he was. His life was meaningful. He had lived with love. This story shows us something powerful. Happiness is not found in what you take, but in what you give. When you help others, you also help yourself. When you share kindness, your own heart becomes rich. When you love, your life becomes full. And that is something money can never buy. Now, let us also practice some simple English sentences that will remind us of this lesson. Repeat them slowly after me. I love my life. I help others. I live with kindness. My life has meaning. Say them aloud and let them guide your actions. Because every time you say, I help others, you are not only learning English, you are making a promise to yourself to live with love. My friends, remember this. Your life is a gift. You only get one chance to live it. Don't throw it away by chasing meaningless things. Don't waste it by living only for yourself. Live it fully. Learn every day. Grow with discipline. Face your struggles with courage. And most importantly, fill your life with love and kindness. Because in the end, it is love that gives meaning to everything. Let us close this journey together with one strong truth. Your life is not just about existing. It is about living with purpose, with discipline, with courage, and with love. Every day is a new chance to use your time well, to help someone, to learn something, and to give meaning to your life. So from today, promise yourself, I will not throw my life away. I will live it fully. I will learn every day. I will love and give meaning to my life. Your life is a gift, my friends. Don't throw it away. If this video opened your eyes and gave you new hope, then show your support by giving it a like. Every like tells me that this message touched your heart, and it also helps other learners find this video and feel the same inspiration. And if you are ready to take control of your life and live with true purpose, I want you to write in the comments, I will not waste my life. Write it with confidence, write it with belief, and make it your promise to yourself. I will read your comments, reply to you, and cheer you on in your journey. And don't forget to subscribe, because this channel is not only about grammar or vocabulary. It's about learning English in a simple way while also learning how to live a stronger, more meaningful life. So subscribe now, and let's keep growing together in language, in courage, and in purpose.